Hey McKinley, for those of you who are going to participate in the Biggest Improver Challenge, one of the categories that I put down there is strength. I want to go over today bench press or chest press with the barbell, and then chest press with dumbbells, push-ups, and then squats with the barbell as well as squats with the dumbbell. Just a couple things to go over before we even start. When you're working with chest press, the primary muscles that you're going to be working are clearly your chest, your pectoralis, your shoulders, and your triceps. Generally speaking, you want your hands to be about wider than shoulder width apart, which means that your wrists are going to be directly over top of your elbows when you're about 90 degrees. Everyone's going to be different. For me, my pinkies can fit into the groove of the bar, but everyone's going to be different. So, rule of thumb, you want your wrists to be over top of your elbows at 90 degrees. When you bring the bar down to your chest, you may or may not touch your chest, but go as far as you comfortably can without feeling a deep stretch into the shoulder. You want to be able to have the bar and your elbows to be directly in line or close to it. You'll be able to see from the side to see where I'm at. I can come down and have it touch the center of my chest line. Some may not be able to. So as long as you follow bringing your, having your wrist be close to directly underneath the bar, then you should be in good shape. So I'm going to go through with the barbell first, and then I'll move on to dumbbells. So sitting down, make sure you don't hit your head on the bar. Again, I told you my pinkies fit right in line with the groove, but go according to what's going to work best for you. Bringing the bar down, you can have your thumbs around, tuck them around if you want to. I would actually suggest you tucking the thumbs around to begin with. Now, when I come down to a 90 degree, right now, my hands should be directly underneath my elbows. I can also come all the way down to my chest and still be able to have the bar directly underneath my elbows and back up. Now, when you're coming down, don't let the bar bounce on your chest to come up. You should be able to come down slow and controlled and push up without any quick movements and no bouncing. Inhale when the bar comes down, exhale when you push the bar up, okay? And then carefully grab it. Now, with dumbbells, sometimes you'll see people pressing up and bringing the weights directly all the way together to touch. I don't want you to do that. I want you to act as though you still have a bar in your hand, pushing the weight straight up, drawing a straight line with your hands. Again, your hands and wrists should be still right underneath the elbows. So, grabbing the weight, roll down, roll forward a little bit more. Okay. So I'm still a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Driving the weight straight up in a straight line. Don't come together. Down again to the chest. I can still come down as if I had a bar in my hand coming down to touch a chest because the weights are still directly over top of my elbows, and push straight up. Keep that straight line. Okay, I'll bring my knees in to help me up and put the weights down. Now, for push-ups, and we've gone over this before, but I just want to be extremely clear about this. When you do your push-ups, I would like you to do them on your toes. If you can't, you can do them on your knees. You want your hands to be directly underneath your shoulders. Come up on the toes, the stomach is tight. Bring your chest all the way down to the ground. Push up. If you need to go on your knees, keep the feet together. Again, chest down to the ground, and push up. Make sure your butt's not up in the air, and that you're not sagging down so that your hips come down first. Your chest should come down first. Okay? Alright, so squats. I'll go over dumbbell squats first. Two ways that you can do these, but again, just some of the basics. I'm going to start out with the weights on my shoulders. When you're squatting, you want your hips to start out directly underneath your heels. Feet, for me, I want them shoulder width apart or maybe just a little bit wider. Now, when you're squatting, keep your chest high and your chin neutral as best you can. So as I start to go down, my stomach's engaged. You gotta keep it tight. Hips will start to go back. Knees are directly over top of the heels or close to it. They might be close to the toes, but not over top of the toes. My head is still up, my chest is still high. My knees and my legs should be at about a 90-degree angle right now, and then squat straight up. Now, when or if you want to bring the weights down to your side, that's fine. Same form. Chest needs to stay high, stomach is tight, and keep your spine neutral. So look straight ahead of you Keeping your chin in a neutral position, not up and not all the way down to your chest. Keep your back flat. I don't want you squatting like this. That's not a correct squat. Not for what I want anyways. Keep your chest high, bring the weights down below the knees, and press up. Now drive through the heels. Make sure that you're not rocking forward on the toes and having the heels come up. You want to keep the heels down on the ground. Okay. Now, barbell. You want the barbell to sit on your traps, not on your spine, on your neck. That's going to hurt. It's going to be very uncomfortable. So, it's the same form. You keep your chest high, your stomach tight, hips back. Okay. Right now, the bar is on my traps. Press up. As I go down, my stomach is tight. That's the first thing I'm thinking of. My heels, I'm driving them down into the ground. My hips go back. My chest is high. Drive through the heels to press back up. When you're done, walk it forward, hook it, and you're good to go. If you have any questions about form, feel free to ask me. But that's what I would expect if you're going to choose one of these strength options for the challenge. I'll look forward to your emails. And again, any questions, I'm good for it. Thanks.